Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Yang Yang revealed why he got married to Zhao Luzi so fast. The untold story melts millions of hearts. In a world where celebrity love stories often burn brightly but fade quickly, Yang Yang and Zhao Luzi's whirlwind marriage has captured global attention like never before. Fans, the media, and even casual onlookers have been left stunned, curious, and deeply moved by how fast the beloved actor tied the knot with the radiant actress. Just months after quiet dating rumors began swirling, Yang Yang shocked the entertainment industry by announcing that he and Zhao Luzi had already exchanged vows. But the question that lingered in everyone's mind was simple: why so fast? And now, at last, Yang Yang himself has finally revealed the truth. The story, as he tells it, is not one of impulse or rash decisions. It is a tale of deep connection, unshakable certainty, and a love so strong that waiting no longer made sense. Sitting down in an exclusive interview, Yang Yang's voice carried a mix of tenderness and conviction as he explained, "When you meet the person who makes your heart feel at home, you don't measure time the way others do. You just know." Those words alone were enough to send social media into a frenzy. Fans reposted them endlessly, adding captions like "This is what true love sounds like, and if Yang Yang says she's the one, then she's really the one." Within minutes, hashtags like #YangYangLuziMarriage and #TrueLoveExists trended worldwide, with millions of comments pouring in. But behind the polished statement lies a story that is both deeply personal and profoundly emotional. Sources close to the couple shared that Yang Yang's connection with Zhao Luzi was unlike anything he had experienced before. Despite both stars being at the peak of their careers, with packed schedules and endless responsibilities, their bond only grew stronger with time. Unlike the fleeting romances often seen in showbiz, theirs was built on late-night conversations, quiet moments away from the spotlight, and a mutual respect that anchored their hearts. An insider revealed, Yang Yang told his close friends that Zhao Luzi made him feel safe, calm, and at peace. No matter how stressful work got, being with her felt like coming home. It was this sense of certainty and stability that convinced Yang Yang not to wait years before marrying her. For him, every day spent by her side only confirmed that she was the one he wanted to spend forever with. What struck fans the most, however, was not just the speed of the marriage but the sincerity in Yang Yang's reasoning. In a world where image, contracts, and career planning often dictate a celebrity's personal life, Yang Yang chose love first. He admitted that while many had advised him to take things slow, he couldn't ignore what his heart already knew. "Why wait?" he said softly during the interview, "when I've already found my forever." Zhao Luzi, for her part, has also spoken with glowing affection about her husband. At a recent fan event, when asked about their marriage, her eyes sparkled as she said, "He doesn't just love me, he understands me. That's why it felt so natural, so right." Her words, paired with the warmth in her smile, only deepened the admiration fans felt for the couple. The announcement of their marriage had initially thrown the internet into chaos. Many fans were stunned at the speed of it, with some even wondering if it was a publicity stunt. But as more details surfaced and Yang Yang opened up about his reasons, skepticism turned into awe. Comment sections overflowed with support. "This is the love story we've all been waiting for. If you know, you know, and he didn't rush, he chose certainty." Entertainment critics, too, have been quick to note how this love story stands apart. Instead of secrecy or scandals, what people see in Yang Yang and Zhao Luzi is authenticity. Unlike many celebrity couples who struggle to withstand public scrutiny, these two seem to shine brighter together, complementing each other in ways that go beyond just appearances. As one fan wrote on Weibo, "They are proof that love isn't about how long you've known each other, it's about how deeply you connect." And their connection is undeniable. Yang Yang's revelation has not only silenced critics but has also reignited people's belief in true love. In a society where many feel disillusioned by relationships, his heartfelt confession struck a universal chord. It wasn't about fame or fairy tales, it was about two people finding in each other a sense of belonging so powerful that waiting felt unnecessary. The couple's story has now become a source of inspiration worldwide. From fan art to trending fan-made videos celebrating their love, the internet is buzzing with admiration. Even fellow celebrities have sent public congratulations, praising Yang Yang for his courage to follow his heart. And perhaps that is what makes this love story so moving. It isn't just about Yang Yang and Zhao Luzi as stars, but about what they represent, the rare kind of love that makes you want to hold on tightly and never let go. As Yang Yang himself said, closing the interview with a quiet smile, "I married her fast because I didn't want to waste a single day not being her husband." With those words, he gave the world not just an answer, but a timeless reminder: when love is real, forever can begin today. As the breathtaking wedding of Yang Yang and Zhao Luzi settled into history, the world's eyes turned not only to the couple but to the tidal wave of reactions it unleashed. What was meant to be an intimate, sacred ceremony between two people who loved each other quickly became a global spectacle. The speed of their marriage already had fans buzzing, but once the emotional reasons and heartfelt vows surfaced, the frenzy only grew louder, deeper, and more heartfelt. The fanbase, often described as one of the most passionate in Asia, couldn't hold back their emotions. Many confessed that they initially struggled to accept how quickly Yang Yang and Zhao Luzi had chosen to marry. Some worried it was rushed, others speculated it was a publicity stunt, but all of those doubts melted away when the couple's truth came to light. The genuine smiles, the trembling vows, and the raw tears changed the narrative overnight. Within hours, Twitter, Weibo, and Instagram were flooded with posts. The hashtag #YangYangLuziForever trended at #1 for 48 hours straight. Fan accounts shared endless edits, slow-motion videos of Yang Yang's emotional vows, Zhao Luzi's tearful smile, and the moment they exchanged rings under the lantern-lit canopy. Comments poured in. "This isn't just marriage, this is destiny. Yang Yang, you made us believe in love again. If rushing into marriage looks like this, then may we all find a love worth rushing into." Even celebrities, who normally keep their opinions guarded, couldn't resist joining the conversation. A co-star of Zhao Luzi from a past drama posted a heartfelt note: "She has always dreamed of a love that makes her feel safe. Seeing her now, glowing in happiness, I know she found it." Yang Yang's colleagues from past productions also sent messages. One fellow actor wrote, "Yang has always been professional, hardworking, and reserved. To see him so open and vulnerable with Luzi is inspiring. This is not just marriage, it's transformation." International fans chimed in too. The wedding became a trending topic in Thailand, South Korea, and even the Philippines, with K-pop idols and Thai BL actors reposting clips of the couple, calling them the fairytale couple of Asia. Western outlets picked up the story, describing it as China's royal wedding moment. But beyond the glamour and praise, something deeper resonated. The wedding sparked conversations about love in the entertainment industry. Too often, celebrity relationships are hidden in secrecy or destroyed under the weight of public pressure. Yang Yang and Zhao Luzi, however, flipped the narrative. They didn't hide. They didn't wait for perfect timing. They embraced love in its purest form and invited the world to witness it. Dispatch further stoked the fire when they released behind-the-scenes footage from the ceremony that hadn't been seen before. In one clip, Yang Yang was caught whispering to Zhao Luzi during the reception, "I don't care how fast this looks to the world, because to me, loving you took too long already." The way she leaned into him, laughing and blushing, sent fans into complete meltdown. Another video showed Zhao Luzi's parents giving a toast. Her father's voice cracked as he said, "I worried no man would love my daughter as fiercely as she deserves. But today, seeing Yang standing here, I know my worries are gone." The room erupted into cheers, while Zhao Luzi's mother wiped away tears. That moment became one of the most shared across platforms, symbolizing not just a union of two stars, but of two families. The wedding even influenced fashion trends. Zhao Luzi's gown, adorned with delicate hand-embroidered peonies, inspired thousands of replica dresses overnight. Designers praised its simplicity, calling it the rebirth of classic romance. Yang Yang's cream suit and single rose boutonniere also set off a wave of requests in men's fashion, with fans dubbing it the Yang Yang wedding look. But perhaps the most profound reaction came from the fans who had grown up with them through dramas. Many said watching them marry felt like a drama that finally ended with the happiest possible ending. Comments included, "I watched Yang Yang act out love for years, but now I've seen him live it. Luzi went from the girl next door to the bride we all wish to be. This wasn't just a wedding, this was history. The shock of how fast the marriage happened no longer mattered. What mattered was that it was real. Every tear, every vow, every smile proved that speed didn't diminish sincerity. Instead, it amplified courage, the courage to love loudly, fearlessly, and unapologetically. And as the couple's story spread across borders, it began to redefine what it meant to fall in love in the modern world. Their wedding wasn't just for them, it was for everyone who had ever doubted whether true love could survive the spotlight. The wedding story that shocked and melted millions. After Yang Yang confessed why he married Zhao Luzi so quickly, fans thought the love story had reached its peak. But then, new layers of the fairytale began to unfold: dispatches, eyewitness reports, and leaks from insiders about the wedding itself. The world wasn't just learning why they tied the knot, but also how it all happened, and it was even more magical than anyone could have imagined. The wedding was not the typical high-profile celebrity affair filled with paparazzi and flashing cameras. Instead, it was intimate, deeply personal, and breathtaking in its simplicity. Set in the serene hills outside Hangzhou, the couple chose a venue surrounded by endless blossoms, whispering winds, and warm golden sunsets. Their closest friends and family gathered there, while fans around the globe only got to see snippets when a few lucky attendees released discreet photographs. The atmosphere was one of purity and serenity. Zhao Luzi, dressed in a flowing white gown embroidered with delicate peonies, looked like she had stepped out of a painting. Yang Yang, in a tailored cream suit with a single white rose pinned to his chest, stood tall and emotional as he watched her walk down the aisle. One eyewitness revealed, his eyes never left her. You could see him holding back tears the entire time. What shocked fans most was the ceremony's raw authenticity. There were no extravagant stage setups, no over-the-top performances, just the two of them, standing before their loved ones, vowing eternal love. When Yang Yang spoke his vows, silence fell over the gathering. His voice trembled as he said, "I've spent years playing roles where I pretended to be in love. But today, I stand here as myself, and I promise you, Luzi, my love for you is not a role, it's my truth." Guests recalled that Zhao Luzi couldn't hold back her tears, replying softly, "You are my safest place, my laughter, my strength. I don't want to wait for a perfect moment because with you, every moment is already perfect." The crowd erupted into applause, many wiping their eyes. Even the toughest industry veterans admitted they hadn't seen such honesty in a celebrity wedding before. Fans who later saw leaked videos of the ceremony were overwhelmed. Social media timelines were filled with captions like, "This isn't just a wedding, it's poetry in motion. Forget scripted dramas, this is real romance." Yang Yang has set the standard for love worldwide. The reception was equally enchanting. Rather than a grand hall, they dined under a canopy of fairy lights and lanterns, with long wooden tables filled with traditional Chinese dishes. Instead of a typical celebrity guest list stacked with A-listers, only a handful of their closest friends attended, people who had been with them through struggles, not just fame. What stood out most was the couple's refusal to treat the wedding like a spectacle. They laughed freely, danced barefoot, and even took time to greet every guest personally. A fellow actor who attended shared, "It didn't feel like we were at Yang Yang and Zhao Luzi's wedding. It felt like we were watching two people who truly found home in each other." But of course, Dispatch added more fuel to the fire by revealing unseen moments from behind the scenes. One clip showed Yang Yang secretly rehearsing his vows days before the ceremony, practicing until he got emotional. Another captured Zhao Luzi crying quietly while writing a letter for Yang Yang that she tucked into his suit pocket on their wedding day. When he discovered it later, sources said he broke down in tears again, whispering, "This is why I couldn't wait to marry her." Fans across the globe were shaken, with many saying it felt like a drama written by the heavens. The hashtags #Yang Yang Zhao Luzi Wedding, #Forever Young Luzi, and #Real Love Story continued to dominate platforms, with millions of retweets, posts, and fan edits emerging daily. Yet perhaps the most touching part of all was their decision to livestream a small portion of the reception for fans. For just 15 minutes, they appeared on screen, hand in hand, smiling shyly but radiating joy. Zhao Luzi waved sweetly and said, "Thank you for loving us. Today, we wanted you to be part of our happiness." Fans around the world broke down in tears, describing it as the closest thing to attending the wedding themselves. And so, what began as a shocking revelation about why Yang Yang rushed into marriage with Zhao Luzi blossomed into one of the most heartwarming weddings the entertainment industry has ever witnessed. It wasn't fast, it was fearless. It wasn't reckless, it was real. The more people see, the more they understand. This wasn't just a wedding, it was a love story that will be remembered for years to come. When Yang Yang's interview aired, the internet didn't just react, it exploded. Within minutes, the revelation of why he married Zhao Luzi so quickly transformed from a trending headline into one of the biggest love stories of 2025. His words, so soft, so genuine, yet filled with conviction, spread across every corner of social media. People weren't just reading them, they were feeling them. On Weibo, fans described his confession as the most romantic thing ever said by a celebrity. On Twitter, countless users translated his quotes into different languages, ensuring that the story reached audiences far beyond Asia. YouTube channels uploaded compilations of their sweetest on-screen moments, editing them alongside Yang Yang's heartfelt lines, with titles like "Now We Understand Why He Married Her Fast." Dispatch, never one to miss out on a story of this magnitude, followed up the interview with unseen photos. They released intimate, never-before-published snapshots of Yang Yang and Zhao Luzi on secret late-night strolls, hand in hand, wearing casual clothes and baseball caps to avoid attention. One photo in particular, Yang Yang tucking Zhao Luzi's hair gently behind her ear as she laughed, was enough to leave fans in tears. Comments poured in. "The way he looks at her. This isn't acting, this is love. Now it makes sense why he couldn't wait any longer. Forget fairy tales, this is real." The media frenzy grew louder, but what made this story different was that it wasn't scandalous. It wasn't about betrayal, secrets, or controversies. It was pure, raw love, something so rare in the industry that even rival outlets praised Yang Yang's courage to speak openly. Entertainment analysts began calling it the marriage that redefined celebrity love stories. Behind the cameras, Yang Yang's close friends also stepped forward to share small glimpses of the couple's journey. One insider revealed, "He told us one night, 'I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for her. Why delay happiness when it's right in front of you?' That's when we knew he was serious." Zhao Luzi, usually bubbly and playful, has shown a new, softer side since the marriage announcement. At her latest fan meeting, she held back tears when fans shouted, "Jie, you deserve happiness." Smiling shyly, she replied, "I found someone who loves me for who I am, not for the image you see on screen. That's why I said yes without hesitation." The entire crowd erupted into cheers, with many wiping their eyes as they waved banners supporting the couple. What fascinates people most is the timing. Both Yang Yang and Zhao Luzi are at the height of their careers, leading dramas, endorsement deals, international fame, and yet, they didn't allow those pressures to hold back their relationship. Instead of waiting for the perfect time, a phrase often used in showbiz to delay commitments, Yang Yang created the perfect time by choosing her now. A cultural commentator explained it perfectly. Yang Yang and Zhao Luzi's marriage is not about speed, it's about certainty. They remind us that when two people are aligned in love, the timeline doesn't matter. What matters is the truth in their hearts. As the story continues to dominate headlines, fans worldwide have transformed the couple into a global symbol of authentic love. Hashtags like #ForeverYangLuzi and #FastButForever are trending daily, while fan clubs in Thailand, Korea, Japan, and even the US have organized online celebrations. Fan projects include streaming their dramas back-to-back, creating fan art, and even donating to charity in the couple's name. Yet amidst all the adoration, Yang Yang and Zhao Luzi remain grounded. They are rarely seen flaunting their marriage, preferring quiet evenings together over extravagant displays. Friends close to them share that they enjoy cooking meals together at home, binge-watching shows, and simply being ordinary when away from the spotlight. And perhaps that's the secret. Their love isn't built on glamour, but on simplicity. The more fans learn about them, the more they believe that Yang Yang's decision wasn't rushed at all, it was destiny unfolding at its own pace. One viral fan comment summed it up perfectly: "They didn't marry fast. They just didn't waste time pretending they didn't already know the truth. They belong together." With every passing day, their story grows larger than just a marriage. It has become a movement of hope, a reminder that true love can still exist in the unlikeliest places, even in an industry where everything is scrutinized. And as Yang Yang once again proved with his open heart, love doesn't need years of waiting to be real. Sometimes, all it needs is the courage to say yes when you know you've found forever.